If you're a man over 60, you've probably had your share of uncomfortable doctor visits, frustrating prescriptions, or even those quiet moments where you just stare at the ceiling, wondering what changed. Maybe your body doesn't respond like it used to. Maybe morning arousals are rare now. Or maybe intimacy feels like more of a struggle than a joy. But what if I told you that hidden inside two of the most common foods in your kitchen, ginger and garlic, are natural compounds that can reignite blood flow, restore sexual performance, and rebuild that feeling of masculine vitality without pills, side effects, or embarrassment? My name is Dr. James Hartley, and I've worked with aging men for more than 30 years. And here's something I've learned from both research and real-life patients. Nature still works. Science is now confirming what our ancestors knew centuries ago. Foods like garlic and ginger aren't just good for flavor. They're medicine, and more specifically, they're powerful tools for male sexual health. Especially after 60, when testosterone naturally declines, blood vessels start to stiffen, and the brain-body connection to arousal gets a little fuzzy. In this 6-part series, I'm going to walk you through 10 science-backed benefits of ginger and garlic for erections, and show you exactly how to use them to support stronger, more frequent, more natural intimacy. We'll talk about why these foods work, how they affect blood flow and hormones, and when and how to take them for best results. But more than that, we're going to shift your mindset from trying to force your body into arousal with pills to giving your body what it needs to heal and respond on its own. Let's start with something most men don't realize. Your erection is a reflection of your cardiovascular health. In other words, if the blood can't flow, the show won't go. And garlic, yes, that pungent little bulb you've probably chopped up in your kitchen, has compounds that open arteries, clean out plaque, and improve nitric oxide levels, which help relax the blood vessels in your penis. Studies have shown that aged garlic extract can help lower blood pressure, reduce cholesterol, and boost blood circulation, all critical for erection quality. For men over 60, this is like clearing the rust out of the pipes. Meanwhile, ginger is a powerhouse in its own right. It contains gingerol, a natural anti-inflammatory that improves blood sugar control, reduces oxidative stress, and supports testosterone production. What does that mean for you? More energy, better blood flow, and less internal inflammation that's been quietly damaging your sexual performance for years. One study even showed that ginger supplementation significantly increased testosterone levels in men, particularly those dealing with age-related decline. But it's not just about fixing the plumbing. Ginger and garlic also help rekindle desire from the inside out. They boost dopamine, balance stress hormones like cortisol, and even support better sleep, which is where most testosterone is produced. And as any man over 60 knows, if you're tired, stressed, or emotionally disconnected, intimacy just doesn't feel the same. So this isn't just about a better erection. It's about restoring the whole system, body, mind, and spirit. And it starts with something as simple as adding these foods to your day, with intention, consistency, and respect for your body's wisdom. Little-known ways garlic improves erections for men over 60. When you hear the word garlic, most people think of cooking, not circulation, not testosterone, and certainly not erections. But what if I told you garlic was quietly one of the most powerful allies a man over 60 can have when it comes to restoring sexual health? The science is clear, and the clinical stories I've seen in my own practice back it up. Garlic doesn't just make food taste better. It helps blood flow more freely, hormones stay balanced longer, and tissues get the oxygen they've been missing. Let's start with benefit number 1. Garlic opens up blood vessels through nitric oxide activation. As men age, their arteries naturally stiffen. This includes the very delicate blood vessels that fill the erectile chambers in the penis. When nitric oxide levels fall, those vessels can't expand fully, meaning erections become weaker or disappear altogether. Garlic contains compounds like allicin that help stimulate the production of nitric oxide, which tells the blood vessels to relax and open. The result? A fuller erection with better firmness and longer duration. Men who regularly consume garlic, especially aged garlic extract, show improved endothelial function, which is just a fancy way of saying the inner lining of your blood vessels gets healthier and more responsive. Benefit number 2. Garlic reverses early signs of erectile dysfunction by cleaning arterial plaque. One of the sneakiest contributors to sexual decline is silent atherosclerosis, the slow buildup of plaque in your arteries. And guess what? The same cholesterol that blocks your heart vessels can also block blood flow down there. A 2016 study published in the Journal of Nutrition found that daily garlic supplementation helped reduce coronary artery calcification by more than 50% in some patients. That means clearer blood pathways, more oxygen delivery, and improved sensitivity in the parts of your body that need it most. Think of garlic like a pipe cleaner for your arteries. It gets rid of the gunk that's slowing you down. Benefit number 3. Garlic boosts testosterone indirectly by supporting cardiovascular health. You might not connect your heart with your hormones, but the two are deeply linked. When your heart and blood vessels are healthy, your endocrine system functions better, especially testosterone production. Garlic helps reduce systemic inflammation, lower cortisol, your stress hormone, and improve circulation to the testicles. Several animal studies have even shown that garlic increases luteinizing hormone, which stimulates testosterone production. The translation? Your body starts remembering how it's supposed to feel. You get better energy, more drive, and improved performance. Now, I always get asked, Doc, do I need to eat raw garlic for this to work? And while raw garlic is certainly potent, aged garlic extract or black garlic are easier on the stomach and still deliver the same benefits. Even 1 or 2 cloves a day, chopped and added to your meals, can make a difference over time. The key, like always, is consistency. 3 powerful ways ginger boosts testosterone and sexual health after 60. Now that we've explored the artery-clearing, circulation-restoring power of garlic, it's time to turn our focus to the fiery root that often gets overlooked: ginger. You've probably had it in tea, soup, or stir-fry. But rarely do we stop and consider how powerful this humble root is when it comes to a man's vitality, especially in the years after 60. Ginger isn't just for digestion or flavor. It's a biological catalyst that supports hormone production, reduces inflammation, and strengthens the sexual engine from the inside out. Let's get right into it with benefit number 4. Ginger naturally supports testosterone production. You might be surprised to know that several well-respected clinical studies have found a direct connection between ginger supplementation and increased testosterone levels, especially in older men or those under stress. How does it work? Ginger improves the function of Leydig cells in the testicles, the very cells responsible for testosterone production. In one 2012 study, infertile men who took a daily ginger supplement saw a significant rise in both testosterone and luteinizing hormone, the upstream signal for testosterone creation. Even if fertility isn't your concern, this tells us something vital. Your hormonal system is still capable of responding to the right inputs. Benefit number 5. Ginger reduces oxidative stress and chronic inflammation, the silent killers of erections. As we age, oxidative stress builds up in the body. It's like rust accumulating on a car engine. Inflammation creeps in, blood vessels stiffen, and the fragile inner lining of your arteries becomes damaged. This includes the ones leading directly to your penis. Ginger, with its potent antioxidant called gingerol, fights back. It protects blood vessels from oxidative damage and lowers levels of key inflammatory markers, like C-reactive protein. This not only helps with better blood flow, but also supports long-term vascular health, which is essential for sustaining erections. Benefit number 6. Ginger improves insulin sensitivity and metabolic health, key factors for male performance. Blood sugar issues, whether it's prediabetes, diabetes, or insulin resistance, are one of the biggest hidden causes of erectile dysfunction in older men. Poor glucose control damages the lining of your arteries and reduces nitric oxide availability, two things that are critical for sexual response. Ginger has been shown to enhance insulin sensitivity and stabilize blood sugar. That means more energy, more stable hormones, and a stronger metabolic foundation for everything your body needs to do, including intimacy. But here's where it gets exciting. Ginger doesn't just work in isolation. When combined with garlic, the effects become synergistic. Garlic clears and opens the pathways, while ginger energizes and strengthens the systems that drive blood flow and hormone production. Think of them like a two-man team. Garlic unblocks the roads, and ginger puts premium fuel in the engine. And when you use them together, consistently and mindfully, you're giving your body the tools to restore what time and stress may have taken away. One of my patients, Darren, age 68, started adding ginger tea and garlic oil to his routine after years of struggling with fatigue and bedroom frustration. Within 6 weeks, he wasn't just performing better, he was waking up feeling energized, more mentally focused, and more like himself. That's what we want. Not just an erection, but vitality in every area of life. How to use ginger and garlic together, the ultimate daily ritual for men over 60. Now that we've explored the individual powers of ginger and garlic, you're probably wondering, how do I actually use these two together in a way that's simple, safe, and effective? That's exactly what we'll cover in this part. Because while many supplements and miracle cures promise the world, this isn't about magic. It's about smart consistency. You're not looking for a quick fix. You're looking to restore strength, energy, and performance in a way your body can sustain. And ginger and garlic, when used properly, become a potent ritual that speaks directly to your blood vessels, your hormones, and your masculinity. Let's start with timing. When it comes to boosting blood flow and testosterone, morning and early evening are your best windows. In the morning, your body is primed to absorb nutrients. Your hormone system is waking up, and circulation is ready to be supported. In the evening, particularly 1 to 2 hours before intimacy, these foods help increase nitric oxide, reduce inflammation, and calm your stress levels for better performance. One of the most effective methods I recommend is what I call the power tonic. Here's how you make it. 1 teaspoon of freshly grated ginger, 1 clove of garlic, finely minced, or 1/2 teaspoon aged garlic extract, juice of half a lemon, 1 teaspoon of raw honey, optional for taste, 1 cup of warm water, not boiling. Mix it all together and sip slowly in the morning on an empty stomach. This wakes up your digestion, stimulates blood flow, and supports testosterone production without shocking your system. Then, if you want an extra performance boost, drink another half portion of the same tonic about 90 minutes before intimacy. Some men don't like the taste, and that's okay. There are capsule forms available, but the fresher the better. Aged garlic supplements and ginger capsules can still be effective if you're consistent. The key is to make this part of your daily rhythm, like brushing your teeth or taking a walk. If you prefer food-based integration, start cooking with both ingredients more often. Add ginger and garlic to your stir-fries, soups, roasted vegetables, or even homemade salad dressings. Not only does this improve your health, but it subtly shifts your mindset. Every meal becomes a step toward renewal. Now, a few quick safety notes. Garlic can thin the blood slightly, so if you're on anticoagulant medications, speak with your doctor before going heavy on supplementation. Likewise, ginger may lower blood sugar, so if you're diabetic, monitor your glucose levels. These foods are safe and beneficial for most, but always check with your provider if you have a complex condition. And finally, don't just do this for your erections. Do it for your whole body, for your circulation, your energy, your confidence. When you nourish yourself daily with natural tools like this, you're not just fixing a problem. You're investing in the man you want to keep being: strong, capable, clear-minded, and deeply connected. Ginger and garlic for mental clarity, mood, and emotional intimacy after 60. At this stage of life, many men over 60 begin to realize something crucial. Performance isn't just about what happens physically. It's also about how you feel emotionally, mentally, and energetically. That's why this part is so important. You could have great blood flow and optimal testosterone, but if your mind is foggy, your mood is low, or you feel emotionally disconnected from your partner, intimacy just doesn't feel whole. Thankfully, ginger and garlic can help here too, not just in your arteries, but in your brain and heart. Let's begin with benefit number 7. Ginger improves cognitive clarity and focus. As we age, cognitive sluggishness becomes more common. That sense of being forgetful, slow to react, or struggling to concentrate isn't just frustrating. It's also tied to how confident you feel in your body. Ginger has been shown in studies to enhance brain function, improve reaction time, and increase memory in older adults. Its anti-inflammatory effects extend to the brain, where it reduces neuroinflammation, a key cause of brain fog. Many of my patients report that adding ginger to their morning routine helped them feel more awake, more productive, and even more emotionally resilient. Benefit number 8. Garlic helps regulate mood by supporting neurotransmitter health. You might not think of garlic as brain food, but it is. The sulfur compounds in garlic are known to protect neurons, support dopamine production, and even reduce symptoms of mild depression and anxiety. One of the most overlooked reasons men struggle with low libido is chronic, low-grade depression. When garlic is used consistently, it helps improve mitochondrial health, the energy centers of your brain cells, which in turn supports emotional regulation, motivation, and a stronger sense of self. Now combine this with improved sleep, and that brings us to something essential: emotional intimacy. One of my patients, Ron, age 72, told me something that stuck. "Dr. Hartley, I don't just want to perform. I want to feel something when I'm with her. I want it to mean something again." That's what ginger and garlic support. They help remove the layers, physical, hormonal, and emotional, that block true closeness. So if you've been feeling distant, checked out, or emotionally flat, start with your body, yes, but also nourish your mind, feed your heart. These two foods are ancient for a reason. They've helped men feel whole, powerful, and present for centuries, and they can do the same for you. Longevity, confidence, and the comeback story: why ginger and garlic keep you young after 60. Now we come to the final benefit, the one that ties everything together. Because this isn't just about erections. It's about how you live, how long you live, how deeply you live, and how connected you feel to your strength, your purpose, and your partner. When men ask me, "Dr. Hartley, will ginger and garlic really change my life?" my answer is simple. If you use them consistently, intentionally, and with the right mindset, yes, they absolutely can. Let's talk about benefit number 10. Ginger and garlic promote longevity and protect your vitality. Numerous studies show that people who regularly consume these two natural medicines have lower rates of heart disease, diabetes, high blood pressure, and even cancer. But beyond the studies, I've seen it in my own patients. Men who make ginger and garlic part of their daily life don't just live longer, they live better. That's because these two ingredients work on every system that matters. They improve blood flow, balance hormones, boost metabolism, sharpen cognition, stabilize mood, and reduce inflammation. The common thread behind nearly every chronic disease in aging men. Ginger and garlic literally slow down the aging process. They give you back the ability to feel energy in your body, clarity in your thoughts, and connection in your relationships. And here's something personal. One of my longtime patients, Charles, he's 84 now, came to me years ago after a stroke. He had lost his ability to perform, lost confidence, and had nearly given up on himself. I put him on a program of daily ginger tea, garlic-infused meals, light movement, and stress reduction. Today, he's not just walking without a cane. He's dating, traveling, and he tells me, I feel like a man again, not just alive, but powerful. This is the promise of natural healing, not perfection, not overnight miracles, but the slow, steady comeback that gives you your life back, one breath, one day, one choice at a time. So here's your call to action. Start your ginger and garlic ritual today. Make the morning tonic. Cook with these ingredients often. Stick to it for 30 days. Track how you feel, your energy, your clarity, your performance. And then tell me your story. Comment below. Share this video with another man who needs to know it's not too late, that his best days might still be ahead of him. Subscribe and hit the bell, because on this channel, we don't chase youth, we build wisdom. We don't give up, we get smarter. And we don't accept decline, we create comeback stories. You've got one life. Make it strong, make it full, make it yours. This is Dr. James Hartley, and I believe in your resilience. See you in the next video.